Hi everyone, I'm here today with Rob Reardon and we are up in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. It's been an incredible few days. Rob's been hosting us. We have done another exclusive behind the scenes tour of one of Rob and Jen's properties. Rob, you have quite a story with how you started with Golden Eagle and with what you guys are doing with both homes that you've built. It's pretty incredible to be back out here again. It was nostalgic seeing the other place. That was awesome. What a hit tour that we featured. I just love that home. You guys have taken it to a whole new level with this home as well. So if you wouldn't mind, if we could kind of take a few steps back, could you give the viewers a little bit of an introduction to what you and Jen are doing with the properties and tell us a little bit about where we're located today?
Sure. So we're up at Newfound Lake, which is in the Lakes region, and we're surrounded with beautiful views, mountains all around us. And what started as a vacation home for us, we turned into a business of renting Airbnbs, which has been very successful. And it's something that we enjoy taking our family on vacation. So we took all those lessons and we brought them into these houses. And we want people when they come here to feel comfortable and make memories. And for us, our best clients are, the grandparents that want to go with their kids and their grandkids. And the first house we built slept 6, so that wasn't really big enough for that. So that's why we did this house, and we did it for a bigger crowd. So this house sleeps 10, and it works perfect for those multi-generational family vacations.
And they're both a log home aesthetic. Do you find that to be a pretty popular demand for these vacation homes?
Definitely. Yeah, huge demand. People love staying in log homes, and more importantly, they love Golden Eagle log homes. Your log homes are like none other. And when we first started looking, we did a lot of research. And we went to log home shows, and we looked at all the different brands, but everything brought us back to Golden Eagle. The look of a Golden Eagle is like none other. And on top of that, it's a family-run business, which I think should appeal to a lot of people because it's not a big corporation. And if I pick up the phone and have a concern or anything, I know I can speak to you, I know I can speak to the owners of the company, and they never hesitate to reach out and make sure everything's okay.
And you guys are a family-owned business as well, which can't be taken for granted when it comes to Airbnb and these short-term vacation rentals. I'm finding that there are a lot more larger organizations that are managing those and running those. So what are some of the things that the unique approaches and considerations that you and Jen take when hosting visitors? I'm sure it plays into how you design a home like this.
Absolutely. We want them to feel like it's their home, and this is our home. We might not be here all the time. We built this to be comfortable in, and we want people, as soon as they walk in the door, to feel that coziness, the warmth. So from the decorations to the way things are laid out, the way stuff is set up for children, we want them to have everything that they would have at their own house here. From the game closet that we have with all sorts of board games, baby gates and high chairs and things like that, so that they don't have to travel with all sorts of things. Those are things that we looked for when we traveled with our 2 boys when they were younger, and we wanted to make sure everything was here for them. And we get a lot of questions, do you have this or do you have that? And we always try to have what they need, and if we don't, we'll add it for their next trip.
You guys have even done so much with outdoor living spaces. The hot tub is a huge hit.
It is.
And you have that at both properties.
Correct.
In fact, they both share similar landscaping. They share nearly the same view. And we're overlooking Newfound Lake, which is, you were telling me it's one of the freshest or the cleanest lakes in the country.
Yeah, they say it's in the world, one of the cleanest lakes in the world. It's spring-fed. It's the deepest lake in New Hampshire, 183 feet. So being spring-fed, it's a very clear lake also, but it also makes it a little bit chilly. But in the summer, it warms up, fine. But it's also a smaller lake, and it's not as developed as some of the other bigger lakes. And the part of the lake we're on, we're right above a bird sanctuary, so it's all preserved, and we don't have a lot of houses, we don't have a lot of people, so when people come up here, it's very peaceful. And you can listen to the birds and the loons and the owls. We just saw a turkey outside a few minutes ago. Bald eagles are here all the time. Bear walk through, moose, so it's incredible, especially for someone who's never experienced that. It's a thrill.
And the home that we're in today, you guys have named it Big Bear log home.
Yes.
And the other property that we featured a few years ago, that was Eagle Ridge.
Eagle Ridge
right?
log home, yes.
Yeah. And it's just very fitting. We saw eagles. Haven't seen bear yet, but I know you've sent me photos before of them, around the property. That's pretty incredible. And they're even moose.
Yes. Yep. We see
Wow.
the occasional moose, and they have highways where they travel on a regular basis. So we've seen them walk right across the driveway.
And you're only a 2-hour drive from Boston. You get a lot of visitors from New York and Connecticut as well as flying in.
We do. We have people from around the country and around the world. And, every season brings something different. So summer, we book straight through both houses in the summer. In the fall, obviously, there's some beautiful colors. The winter, people come here for skiing. There's a mountain which is less than 10 minutes from here. And then the spring, everything starts to green up again. But every season brings something nice.
Have you and Jen considered doing more properties like this?
Yes. Yes, it's our goal to try to build a third one with Golden Eagle. We have a plan for something else that we're looking to do in the future. We won't reveal it yet. We know what it is. But it's to continue with this. It will be a little bit different than the first two houses, something unique.
Mm-hmm. And would you ever have expected that you're a little over 4 years into this, that you would have completed a second home by now?
No.
I mean, when you did the first one, it's not like you and Jen had been doing this in the past. So you must have discovered, and we're very happy to find out that it was making a lot of sense, this business model.
Yes. So we found that we weren't able to use the house as much as we'd like. And I think any busy family understands that, between sports and school and obligations and work and everything else that's going on, to get a family together for a good amount of time every year, you can't use it as much as you'd like to. So Jen was the one who masterminded this plan and said, let's start to short-term rental it. And we did that, and it worked out really well. And it's actually been great because we've met a lot of really good people through the process, people who come back on a regular basis. We've been doing this for 4 years, and we have people who come every single year, and they want the same week, and it's really a joy.
Wow. And you and Jen didn't come to Golden Eagle's Design Center showroom to pick out your finishes. So that's pretty interesting, I think, to a lot of people, where they would, while we do welcome an in-person design center experience, that we can take care of that remotely as well. Both of you are incredibly busy, and I'm sure that was convenient for you to be able to take care of that through, Zoom calls and taking care of it through emails and phone calls as well.
Yeah, your process is honestly seamless, and both of us are working full-time jobs, and then we have two boys who are in school, and it just becomes too much to fly out to Golden Eagle. As much as we wanted to, and to see the stuff in person, we were able to do it on Zoom over numerous times, and there's nothing that I feel like was missed in either house. No detail was missed. It's definitely doable remote.
Well, an incredible home like this is, something I'm sure a lot of people would like to build and consider short-term vacation rentals. But you were speaking to me the other night about the dynamic of how important it is to be on a special piece of property.
Absolutely.
Will you speak to that a little bit more?
Sure. What makes our two properties unique is the view. This is unbelievable what we can see from here. So we can see obviously the mountains, and from this house, which is Big Bear, we can see the entire length of the lake. So not only during the day, but think about it at night, that big sky, you can see stars, the moon, it's incredible. That's what separates us from everybody else, is how unique we are. And put a Golden Eagle home on a land like this, that's a perfect marriage right there.
Yeah, what's so great about this home, and in fact, many of our homes, is that the designs lend themselves to encapsulating a view.
Absolutely.
So you guys have great views out of every bedroom in this house, whether you're cooking in the kitchen, over the dining, of course, in the living room. We can see that lake. And what's even, I think, nearly equally as special is when the sun sets, the stars out here are incredible.
And if you put the moon out there, some days it looks like it's the sun. It's so bright. You have such open sky. The stars are so bright up here. It's really incredible.
Yeah, if someone's not a morning person, I think they would be eager to wake up here and still catch that sunrise.
I have yet to miss a sunrise. I always get up early. I look forward to it. It's probably my favorite part of the day, watching the sunrise at Eagle Ridge or here at Big Bear. It's incredible. It's peaceful. being out in the screened-in porch, the three-season porch, there's nothing like it.
You were mentioning to me that Jen does a ton of research. She researched everything when it comes to short-term vacation rentals before you guys decided to go that route. And then backing up even before all that, when you were looking to build your family home up here, she had researched log and timber frame companies.
Yes.
So you had gone across you had toured a few other companies, correct?
Yes.
And what would you say is it about Golden Eagle that kind of helped seal the deal with moving our direction? You had mentioned family business earlier, but
yeah, so that's definitely a huge plus. But we both say, and Jen drives us home, there is no other log home that looks like a Golden Eagle. And although they might be nice, they're not on the level of a Golden Eagle. And I really believe that. Every detail that you put into it, it's incredible. And also, you got to help me out with this. For every, you plant trees for every one that you take. Is it every tree you take, you plant
three trees?
That's what I thought it was. So that's important to us. You know, we both have kids, and the future is important. And for a company to do that, I think that's forward thinking.
Yeah, luckily, fortunately in the United States, there is a lot of commitment to sustainability and forestry. So for us, it's not hard to partner with harvesters who also participate in this FSC certification. But here's what most people don't realize is the logs, the timbers that go in these homes, they are not harvested prematurely. They're harvested toward the end of their life cycle, and they're individually selected. So there's no clear cutting, and the trees that are selected, just like you had accurately said before, 3 are planted in its place. So yeah, that's something that's really important to us.
And I think one of the other benefits, we used the same builder for both our houses. Mm-hmm. He was incredible. And when we went to him the second time, he was very happy because for him, there's no surprise costs. Golden Eagle is providing everything. We picked out everything, doorknobs, door hinges, faucets, top to bottom, he knows everything that's coming in. Because if you think of a project, some of these projects can go a year, some can go 2 depending on the size, right? So if he bids a project 1 year and then 2 years later he's just getting around to buying handles and a number of other things, that cost could have gone up quite a bit. He doesn't have to worry about that. And so for him, it was very easy to price out his project. And he loves working with Golden Eagle. And he's working on another huge project up in this area too with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when he had worked with you guys, it was his first Golden Eagle project.
Yes.
And he was pleasantly surprised, wasn't
he? He was.
And I was just at another job site half an hour away, and it is a new builder into the Golden Eagle reference database where we just look at local contractors in the area who have reached out to us and said, we'd love to interview with your clients to consider building those projects. So this is a new general contractor, and they had said to me, they said, it's actually pretty convenient having all this stuff sent direct for us not to have to go and go to the hardware store, go to Home Depot, Lowe's, make selections with clients. So it does seem to really streamline things. I think it lends itself well to areas like this, especially, where clients like yourselves, you're hours away, and I mean, there isn't going to be easy access to unique materials like this anywhere nearby.
It's one-stop shopping. You make it easy, and you have the experience. Your team has the experience. From John, who was our salesman for both, it's seamless. They take the worry and the burden off of you. And you're going to have questions. Someone who hasn't built a log home, it can seem overwhelming, but your staff makes it so easy. And we take it step by step, just like the elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's what you do. When it comes to building a log home, we do it one step at a time, and you know the process to get us through it. And it's a very comfortable process. So I never thought I would say this, but building a log home is easy from the buying standpoint.
Something I appreciate hearing you say is, things inevitably come up on projects of this scale.
Yeah.
But you've always appreciated that Golden Eagle, we don't shy away from just taking care of it.
No. You're always going to have a problem. Something always comes up. But I know that Golden Eagle goes above and beyond. And I think the story I like to use is I had a problem, and it was a Friday night, and it was 7 o'clock at night, and I sent an email, and I got a call from the two bosses of the company who were in the middle of a snowstorm in Idaho, calling me just to say, we're going to take care of this problem, don't worry about it. And that feeling is unbelievable. Who else does that? You're not going to get the CEO of a company calling you, but he just wanted to say, hey, we got your email, we're in the middle of a snowstorm, we'll call you on Monday, we'll take care of it. And it wasn't a big deal. To me, it might seem like a big deal because I'm the homeowner, but he wants to put me at and he wanted, that's what he said, I don't want you thinking about this all weekend. Mm-hmm. I know it's going to bother you, but we'll take care of it. And they did, and that goes above and beyond. And when I've talked to other people, that sells Golden Eagle. That's a family-run business. People have vested interest, right? They care so much. They've built this company, and it means a lot to them. And I consider our relationship not just a business and a person who's purchasing. I think we're part of the family from what we've done together. It's great. It's a great relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And you and Jen share those same values. And we see that with the reviews that you guys get with your listings. If someone wanted to look at both listings, where would be a good place to send them to?
So they could go to our website. That's easy. It's stayatnewfound.com. So www.stayatnewfound.com. And we're on all the social media platforms. We get a lot of traction. And we've had a number of customers who have come and they wanted to tour the houses, so they stay at them. And they can actually try it out. And they can say, oh, I like this window wall, or I like the other one that has a fireplace in the middle. I like this loft. So we've done a lot of interesting features, from our carvings to some stonework. So there's a lot of things we've put in, and they're different in both houses. And I think it's great for somebody who's thinking about building a Golden Eagle log home to come out. You can stay at both and really get some great ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. They are each distinctively different. You guys started from scratch with the ideas when it came to this house. So it was really great to tour that. We already have that video out on YouTube for those of you that would like to see the in-depth behind-the-scenes tour of this incredible home. And of course, we'll link to the original home as well. And the link that Rob shared earlier to the listing for both of these properties, we'll put that down in the description. Rob, thanks so much for joining us and sitting down and also hosting us these past few days. It's really been wonderful.
This has been great. I really appreciate it. And when we build the third house, we'll have you back.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.